Good morning. It is another beautiful day and it's raining. Today we're going to be working on the Bombi because we broke it not once, not twice.
Oh, just died again.
But 3 times. This is why the right brake's not working. So this should answer the question. We got it a lot. Why didn't you just unhook the truck and hook the banana up to that trailer? And my answer is because it would have squashed it like a bug. And if you don't believe that that would happen, you can just see the proof is in the pudding right there. The banana is not made for hauling heavy loads. Okay.
Sorry. That strap in the way. Yeah, the Bombi limped home. It just now got home from that job. Finally made it back.
All right, so I have so much to tell you regarding the Bombi. Rumors have been flying around the internet like flying monkeys. So today we're going to dispel some of those myths, and we might even create a few of our own. A problem that has plagued the Bombi since day one is the cam sensor. We've tried wiggling it, we've tried shielding it, we've tried taking it out and looking at it and putting it back in. None of those things worked, but today we're gonna fix it. So here's the deal. You guys already saw how bad this thing steered in the first job, and then you saw it steered a little better in the second job. And then in the third job, it was steering pretty good until I friction welded the differential together. I've thought a lot about this. I've thought about hydrostatic drive and the complexity that comes with that, and I've thought about just the basic brake steering, which is all we need as long as it works. So
That's all it had before.
yeah. And another thing, I think I miscalculated how heavy this was, and I put it up against some challenges that were just too heavy for it. My goal today is to get it back as good as it was on the last job, but better. Out of everything I've ever put out on the internet, I have never got so many suggestions on how to fix the fan from falling off. I also got an awful lot of comments from people that obviously didn't understand exactly what was happening, because some of them thought that because the engine is now backwards, that now the fan's confused and it's gonna fall off.
Yes, they do get confused, but that's not the problem.
That's not the problem. So all it is a flywheel effect. Now the reason that doesn't happen on most of this thread-on fans is they have fan clutches on them. They have a clutch, and so the inertia of the fan spinning doesn't get directly transferred to the unscrewing motion. And so they kind of seize on there. They're just on there for a while. I do not have that fan clutch, and I cannot run that. Now, I could go exotic and get like a Sprag, some kind of Sprag clutch or something, but no. I would like to point out that in the first job, we solved the problem on the job, and that was by screwing it on like 1.5 threads, pushing my pedal to the floor, and starting it. And the motor went, whoom, and it just sucked that fan on.
Slammed it together nice and tight, and it hasn't come loose since?
Yeah, it's been shut off 100 times since then, and it hasn't come off. So I'm assuming that problem is solved.
Yeah, except the fan might be stuck on there forever, but...
Yeah, so we'll cut it off with a torch.
Right.
What I need to do, right now we have a 1-to-1 ratio of gas pedal to throttle body, and that is not workable.
It's nice that we can fix this with the computer. At the end of the last job, you were running, right? Like the cam sensor just started working again.
Started working.
So we're not gonna really know if we swap out the cam sensor. We don't know if anything's fixed until we drive it for 5 hours.
Like the second everything else fell apart, the cam sensor is like, all right, time to step it up.
It felt bad for you.
The amount of water running down my sleeves right now
More than you wanted?
is way more than I wanted.
This all needs to be washed off anyway. Let's set it outside. It's fire extinguisher. So the company that refills our fire extinguishers, we're watching the video, and they showed up yesterday, and they're like, I know you need some recharge. We're not pulling this apart. It did friction weld together, and then it broke apart again, so it is working right now. I know it's not good. We're ordering new parts for it, and we're gonna make some changes. We're gonna cut some reliefs and drill some holes to make sure the oil can get into those side gears better. And also we're going to be raising the oil level, and we're gonna be doing that right now. So I've got this right here. And we're gonna be putting it in right about there. And then we can fill it up with oil and maybe that'll work. Also, standing on the throttle with one track spinning, bouncing off the rev limiter for 1 minute, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Ba, 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 ba. Clunk.
Fortunately, we use the tune out of the MORR, which has a rev limiter built into it, or who knows what would happen to that
Oh,
engine.
I heard something funny. We totally missed this. So we said, because you said that you used the tune out of the MORR and Dig Dug, and I said it was like the MORR and Dig Dug had a baby. But what I should have said is it's like the MORR and Dig Dug had a bomb diggity.
Here it is. And it's faster than both of them.
I'd love to give credit to whoever said that. It wasn't me. I read it in the comments. Oh, look at that.
Oh, no. Is that all clutch material?
That's sparkling. There's no clutches in there. That's all metal. Oh, this isn't open. This is an open differential.
yeah.
There's no clutches. There's no locker.
Yeah, someone said you needed a selectable locker.
So when you see just one track spinning and the other one not, that's because I'm on the brake on that one, trying to steer, and it's just not
So
steering.
you kind of are the selectable locker.
Yeah. I've just got to pay closer attention and quit being such a lead foot. My mom always said I couldn't handle the power of a V8. She was right.
Yeah, this thing is soaked. So those aren't really supposed to be out in the environment. You're supposed to tuck them away somewhere. We keep them in the cab when we can. This is not good. So hopefully that shield will at least keep it dry.
We can move this under the back seat. We have enough room.
You want to cut a hole in this wall and tuck it under the...
Let's do that.
Is that better?
Yeah.
We just need a hole big enough to get all the wire harness through.
Just like the record.
Yeah.
So hold off on the stainless
Ideas.
steel sheet.
Yeah.
So normally I'd be really worried about how much metal I was putting into the differential, but
You're done with that?
today not so much. I don't think I'm going to be putting anything in there that
Is
is
worse
really going
than
to
what's already
affect.
there?
Yeah, 100% of too much metal in there. If you add more, you're short 100% too much metal. Okay.
That's the way. We like it. I'm gonna be building a heat shield for this. It's got to protect all these plastic pieces, gasoline because we don't want that catching on fire, the battery. So it's gonna be a pretty big piece right here. I got it drawn up over there, and I'm gonna go cut it right now.
Okay, come look at this though. You just got to weld that in there.
That'll be easy. Perfect.
We flushed this out with a little bit of brake cleaner, and there's some fumes in there, so we blew it out with air for like a minute. Everybody heads up.
I've plugged your ears too.
Yeah, it'll be. We did a really good job cleaning it out. But for those of you that think that I don't care about safety, you're right. But I hate getting blowed up. I realize not all of you can make it the games. If you can't, that's okay. We're gonna be live streaming this event Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If you don't wanna miss anything, you can download the app and watch it for free. So what we've got to figure out is why this caliper fell off. The bolts are still in it, so it didn't get loose. This one did not fall off.
How's the bracket? Is it welded on good? Is it bent?
I can't tell. I'm gonna
looks-
pull these out, and then we'll put one in and see how it fits.
These right here, I think, are what broke. It might have been like a
But
bad
there
casting or something.
there shouldn't be any pressure. The pressure's transferred directly from this to this. The bolts are just floating, and they don't have side loads on them. They shouldn't have a shear load on them at all. This bracket is definitely
Took a beating.
it's
bent.
tweaked up. Something happened.
Yeah.
But that could have happened on its way out. Like that, it didn't fall out because it bent it. It bent it because it fell out. So this is supposed to be a really snug fit, and it's not. That's a huge bummer.
Okay, I'm gonna call Connor right now and get one of those.
We have them.
You got them?
Yeah. So once again, our friends at Barnes 4-Wheel Drive pulled through for us. We had this on the shelf because I asked him to send me a couple of these, and he sent me a couple of extra. So we're gonna cut this one off, and we're gonna put this one on. I have no idea what happened here. I think we had a hardware failure, and then that caused the brake to pivot out of there. which put an enormous amount of twisting force and prying force on this upper. That's the only thing I can think of. These are so much beefier than stock brake brackets. The stock brake brackets are like 3/16, and these are 3/8. So here, let's get this track off of here. We're gonna flop it backwards this time. Oh, sorry, Andrew. Okay. Well, there went the other caliper.
You ready to put this in?
Yeah. So here's what I think happened. I could be wrong, but this is what I think. Oh, here's the broken one. So here's the broken one. Here's the one that was on there. Okay, so I think this is what I believe happened. So this sits in here like this. I believe there may have been a little bit of play in this to begin with. I remember it was a little bit loose when I put it in, and I wondered about it. And I think it got enough play to break this. And when that broke, and then it could move this way and this way, it ended up snapping this bolt off right here. Now, when you step on the brakes, it has the ability to shift out. And as it shifted out, it started spreading these.
Like cammed them apart.
And then at some point it went like this, and it was grabbing that, and now it's clear out here, lots of leverage, rip that off, send it tumbling out on the road.
Let's see how tight this one is, the new one. It's pretty tight.
Pretty tight. That's how tight it's supposed to be. See how these are ground? Feel that.
And that's how much is spread.
Yeah, but see how this is
Huge.
ground? That's
Yeah.
where that extra looseness came from. So it wasn't a problem with the bracket or a problem with this. It was a problem with the fitment of whoever was putting the brake caliper in. This guy, I did it. And I thought that it wasn't going in nice, and I'm like, oh, well, I need to take the powder coating off. And I took more than the powder coating off. I believe this problem was caused by none other than the butler. Sometimes people call me the butler. As well as the space cowboy, Maurice, and the gangster of love.
Woo, woo.
I'm gonna go check on Deja Blue, and Tom's gonna solve my problem while I'm gone.
All right, we are gonna chop and hack until this is gone.
We have got the Golan engine in here. That is 4.6 liters of awesome horsepowers. What would James say?
Buff horses.
Oh, there's gonna be some buff horses. That's up 100 horsepower from stock. Fire in the hole. Hold on, let me check fuel. Okay, cycle the key. Let's get some fuel up here. Okay.
Gracias.
Now there's fuel all over the engine. Fire.
That's like the glove in there.
Hang on. I don't feel these injectors pulsing. All right. Now we just got to clean it up and put this on.
Well, we know that it was welded good enough.
If you didn't catch it the first time, you're definitely catching it this time. So we have adapters, adapted to adapters, which are adapted to adapters.
And then a couple of spacers.
Bolted to an adapter.
Somebody tried loading something too heavy for these ramps, and so I'm just gonna fix them.
They're out.
Oh, nice and slow.
That was super gentle.
Yeah, I was good that time.
It's like a doctor.
The surgeon.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep some pressure in it while you weld it.
Okay. You good?
Yeah. You have your gas on?
I don't know.
Turn that gas on, Caitlin.
I think this plate is too big to do this. I need a bigger torch. I know, that's because I've been holding it there for a fat minute.
Go build a fire and put it in it.
That's what I should do, huh?
There's blowing away my gas.
Yeah, I had to hammer it in.
Yeah.
And I remember I had to hammer that one in too, and this one I'm like, I'm not gonna hammer it in. I'm gonna grind too much out and ruin one of our jobs. And you guys think I don't create drama.
I finished this up. As long as they don't load anything heavy again, this will last the rest of its life.
All right, Tom's gonna weld that up.
And I'm gonna help him. Thanks.
I'm helping.
Thanks, helper. Woo, look at that.
Slowly make sure that fire goes out.
Not getting any better, is it?
What's going on? You got a barbecue going?
We got some sort of a grease fire.
Who lit that?
You did.
Not bad, huh?
I thought I was a pyromaniac.
I thought he was gonna end up stop, dropping, and rolling.
Holy smokes.
I was a bit.
Crisis averted. So it was a good thing I was paying attention or Tom would have been burned completely up.
Thanks for saving my life.
You are welcome. Anytime. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this isn't quite pressed.
Easy. That's fresh.
So I think this shim needs to be thinner,
Thinner shim.
but I don't want to do it right now.
We might have the shims that came with it that were.
They didn't have spacer shims. They were just kind of smashed on
Oh
there.
yeah, we did not like the smashing.
Yeah. Okay, once again, I will reiterate, we did not fix this. We're just getting it running again. In the words of David Freiberger, we're not gonna get it right, we're just gonna get it running.
Thanks, David.
We may never get it right, but we will always get it running.
So Kate and I were sent to go grab brake cleaner and a Dave's double. Is that what it was?
Yes, something from Wendy's.
All right.
It's almost lunchtime. Matt's hungry.
Yeah. So we're off to O'Reilly's first, and we'll stop at Wendy's on the way back. I found something I just have to have.
Welcome to Wendy's. Please take a look at our menu and let us know if you're using our mobile app.
This can just be welded directly to there, and directly to right there, and directly to right there. You'll have pins, you'll be welded down at the bottom, there, you'll have a bunch of them.
The burger's here.
We wanted the mill, so we got it all.
This is a lot of
Oh,
work.
you guys got lunch?
No, I got breakfast.
And not only did we get that, look what I found.
Oh man.
Did you get the Knight Rider?
Knight Rider Hot Wheels kit. The Knight Industries 2000. That was the coolest car in the whole world to me when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old. So when I was a kid, I noticed that kit kept changing. Like it'd be different in a jump scene, and there was a whole bunch of different cars, and like some of the cars had the Michael Chaffee stuff, and then they transitioned into the later stuff. But anyway, to me that made the car more real because the car could actually
Evolved. It was
evolve.
like
yeah,
a real
and
person.
evolve and then devolve. So let me tell you something. I love pickles, but Wendy's, whatever recipe you use on your pickles is garbage. Absolute garbage. I will eat a dill pickle just straight, just like a banana.
Are those bread and butter?
I have no idea what's wrong with them. They're bitter. They taste like dirty laundry smells, and there's something wrong with them. But I never asked them to make it with no pickles because I don't want anybody spitting in my food.
So try by the dirty laundry and let us know what you think of these pickles.
Okay, pump, hold.
Bleeding the brakes.
Okay, again. Okay. I gotta bleed the back one now. Hold. Okay, push.
You want this? Are we pulling the track forward?
Okay, I'm gonna jump in it. I'm gonna put this thing in reverse, and this track's gonna drag on.
A little more. Yeah, you're good. Well, that worked. That did work pretty good.
Okay, it wasn't too scary.
We need 2 clamps.
We might. We'll see in a second. I'm not very good at prying and hacking, but it's pretty good at tappy, tappy, tappy.
I need to turn the key on, but we don't have a key. I think I just have to go twist the right wires together.
I can do it. You want them now?
Yeah, give them to me. Okay,
Okay.
we're good. It is pedal position percent versus throttle position percent.
Then maybe move this one down to kind of smooth that out.
Yeah, I don't want a big transmission where it feels weird.
Okay. That's gonna be like hitting the secondaries in a
think that's what
4-barrel. So some of these fit and some of them don't. You'll have to figure it out.
Where's the pink ones?
We gave them to Rory.
No!
There was like 9 sets of them.
He took them.
All of them?
Yes.
You just got to find ones that fit.
Ooh, I like these.
Ooh, yeah.
Why do they have to be so grippy?
Because they're grips. That's what they are.
Those things are awesome. I
Are
approve.
they?
You like that? Okay.
We are going to do a little question and answer right now. These are questions that I heard. Mr. Concerned Citizen writes, Matt, you're going to hate that you rigidly mounted the exhaust. It's going to be rattling against the body. As you can see here, we have quite the air gap around there. The exhaust is rigidly mounted to the engine. It's rigidly mounted here on the exhaust manifold and rigidly mounted here on this particular bracket. And what that does is whenever the engine moves, these move. But the engine's on really solid mounts.
So this never bumps the body. It doesn't make any clattering noise. It's actually pretty quiet for how short your exhaust is.
It sounds like we're trying to sell you on this, but everybody's really shocked at how quiet it is. Okay, so there is some confusion about this. Not everybody was paying attention. We had some kids passing notes in the back of the class when we were talking about this. But this blows air out. The air comes in from the side, so this is
Carries snow onto the engine.
snow onto the engine to help keep it cool, and then it exits out the back for jet propulsion. Okay, so the fan falls off because it doesn't have a clutch. We talked about it at the beginning. We're not going to go over that again. The fan is working. We do have some shrouding to do to increase cooling. Right now, we've worked the heck out of it without overheating it. This summer, it may be a different story. We may have to do that, but we'll solve that problem when it rears its ugly head.
Our throttle used to be really linear. You stepped on the gas 50%, you got 50% opening of the throttle. But we made it start really slow because Matt likes to get into the throttle fast and tear things up.
That's kind of true. Okay, I want to show you how the tracks work. So the first thing you want to do is you want to start your Bombi. Or some might call it the bomb diggity. Then you start it. And then you rev it a couple times.
Oh, we're going.
So if I stop this track, only that track goes. If I stop this track, only this track goes. If I stop both of them, none of them go. Strap this puppy down. We fixed a few things that were broken, but we didn't do anything to make it better except for some tuning.
Yeah, we kind of did the bare minimum.
Cam sensor, still bad. Steering, probably still bad. Differential, ruined, but working.
Brake, steering, that's the only thing we really fixed.
It's fixed. So a long, long time ago, I promised Tom something. Let's reenact it. Tom, you will be the first one to drive this Bombi. The very first one.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Matt. I'm so excited.
That's my gift to you. Then a job came in on Tom's day off, and then another job came in on Tom's day off, and then a job came in on your day on, but we had 11 people.
And so I got in the back. I rode in the back the whole time, or in the Suburban, which was dead.
So today, we're going to the sand dunes to test it. It's not right, but it is running. He's gonna drive it for the first time in the sand before anybody else ever drove it in the sand.
It's kind of its first time out.
As promised, Tom will be the first one to touch the sand with the toe of the Bombi.
Ignition on. It's working. Jab, jab, jab. Have you driven this thing?
Nope.
This is free.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow to talk more about this. Like I said, we'd be right back here working on this thing. Is that what I said yesterday? I can't remember. We got Colin here.
Heat shield.
Tom.
I'm moving the computer.
Jake.
Assistant.
Caitlin.
It's Wednesday.
And me.
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. So the first thing we need to do is correct the mistake we made yesterday. And the mistake we made yesterday was not washing this off before we pushed it in the shop. I'm thinking a lot of this is gonna fall off. So the plan is we're gonna drive this out. Half the crew's gonna sweep up the sand in here. The other half of the crew's gonna wash it off. It's just gonna be low pressure. It's just sand, it's not mud. So we can just.
Light rain.
Back to the Future, but with sand.
Sand tracks.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing is nasty. You ain't hit me with some water sauce?
Activate water.
Activate the water. Where did you guys take this thing?
Sand Hollow.
Sheesh.
The beach. Snowcats are made for the beach, don't you know?
Don't you know?
This is how I feel when I'm emptying my shoes after a day in the dunes, except for it's much more drastic.
There's just sand everywhere. It's so bad.
Look at this. So while everybody else is out there doing their thing, I am gonna have a coconut because somebody sent them to us and they need to be eaten.
All right, we're finally ready to get to work.
Put them on back horse.
Right on. Thank you.
Oh, man.
So we're making fenders for the Bombi. This is gonna keep snow, sand off of everybody and off of everything. I'm gonna be working on those while Tom is relocating the computer and Caitlin's playing in the sand.
I gotta rescue this little computer. It's been abused in here.
It's been on 3 jobs.
Yeah, sand, water, snow, mud. It's had a hard life. We're gonna move it in the cab.
How's this going? Oh, that's very nice.
Thank you. I thought so. I'm almost done. Do you like my choice of?
Yeah.
I got it.
What are you gonna do? So Tom wants me to apologize for this. I think it's gonna be okay, right?
It'll probably live.
All right. It's gonna be okay. So we're gotta move this because there is bad weather. There's a bad weather system right here.
Yes.
All the time. We got this cleaned off for the most part. There's water everywhere. We're gonna be solving that problem. Let's go check on Dory the Explorer. I heard they're about ready to fire it up.
Deja blue.
All right. So when we tried to fire it up before, it wouldn't start because we weren't getting injector pulse. Jordan did some science things and some mechanical things, and now he says that it's ready to go. So let's listen to it.
It's all cylinders!
It works.
It's firing on all 6. This needs an exhaust system.
Yeah, this is a loud old XJ. What do you got? Just open pipe? Just header?
Just an open header.
We don't have to break the cam in on this 4.6 because it already was broken in by Golan on the dyno. So now it's just gonna get its first quick oil change, which I think he's saying about 500 miles. So we'll let Robbie do that, probably, unless we test it.
500-mile test drive.
Yeah. So now that the engine is installed, the next thing is install this. So Jordan already got this transfer case out. This is the 231J, and we're gonna be putting this Atlas in. And this is a 3-to-1 ratio. As soon as that's done, we'll show you.
Back to the Bombi.
I thought you were building sandcastles.
No, I'm already done with that.
She's completed her task.
Fenders are going
The
really
fenders are
well.
going very well. We gotta go pick up some metal, so right now I'm working on a coconut. My goal is to make this coconut look like the ones off of the movies, how they're perfect. They just pick them up off the ground and they're just perfect. I'm just trying to burn off all the hair.
Step away from the coconut. Let's go out and find some parts. Okay, let's build it out of this. This next section is really boring technical physics stuff, but here's what we've got going on. So in here, we have a rotor and we have a caliper. The caliper in there is a 2.8-inch caliper. The biggest that I can get is 2.95. That's the biggest that I've found. So I can increase the clamping force of this by less than 11%. Back here we have rotors and calipers. This caliper back here is very tiny. It's like a 1.75. And we can upgrade this caliper to a 2.95, which is more than 11% better. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to some experts. Maybe somebody from Power Stop, or maybe somebody from Brembo. I don't know, somebody who knows something. We're gonna talk about brake pad material and maybe even talk about rotor material. But at any rate, if that doesn't give us the clamping force that we need, under this panel you will find a pair of master cylinders. They have a 1-inch bore. Now volume I don't have a problem with because I have an awful lot of throw. That's as much throw as I have right now on a 1-inch master cylinder. I could downsize and upgrade to a 3/4 inch, which would give me 25% longer throw. I know that there's a real math number to that, but I'm just gonna say, let's say somewhere between 25 and 33% more throw here, which we can easily handle, and that will increase the line pressure by 33%.
Something like that.
It will increase the line pressure by more than 11%. And what happens is, now when you pull the lever, some sort of action happens down here. The tracks don't care what stops them. They don't care if it's the front brake or the back brake or a combination of them. These brakes are tied together, so they're supposed to work together. Right now, the back brake's doing less than 11%, the front brake's doing more than 11%. All right, I know all of you didn't want to know that, but some of you did. A big thanks to the rest of you that waited patiently while we cleared that up.
All right, so I just asked everybody around the shop if this looks good. They all said yeah, so I'm gonna trust them. I'm gonna cut this out. And then I just gotta do it to the other side.
I gotta put a big hole in here so we can get all the connectors through that go to the fuel injection computers.
Then this one needs to come through?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit more. A little bit more.
I think we're good right there.
No, we're good.
Looks done to me. Whoa, it's bright out here.
Now the sound's good.
They're welding on my stainless steel exhaust with a MIG welder, so I gotta do this for a minute.
How's that looking? What's your plan with this?
I'm just gonna make it a perfect coconut like in the movies.
Gotta be careful not to
Rupture those. Yeah.
rupture.
But I'm getting close. I just
One of
gotta
those
get down
is soft.
here, and then I'm done.
Okay, so the battery's now officially protected from the heat. The gas hoses are officially protected from the heat. We've still got a little bit of a wire tuck to do, but we can do that.
Wait, let me put it in my locker or in the fridge. Put it in the fridge.
Coconut got taken away from Colin.
It's time to get busy.
It's time to get serious. By coconut.
Okay, how do they look?
They look oversized and awkward.
They look pretty even.
Yeah. I can't complain about that.
No, actually that looks really good for how out of square the Bombi is. I'm gonna start chopping these fenders using this thing. But I need my eyes. All of the safety glasses in the entire shop are gone. Ah! Found an unopened box. Noise!
Was that necessary?
Yeah. Gonna do it again.
I'm out of here.
Looking good.
Okay, it's safe.
Holy. My goodness. Oh, it's still going. This works really good. Weld the whole way. I need that heat in there. Tell me when you're halfway through.
Okay.
I'm doing a little bit of cardboard-aided drafting right here. We're probably gonna have Tom cut these out on his CNC plasma table. So what's this little notch for? Well, what's this piece for? That's a really good question. I'm glad you asked. So I'm gonna imagine cutting the head off of that, and it'll just fit right in there. This will be made out of metal, and we'll weld it in there. And then we'll drill a hole in that, and then this will just go like that. And then we'll weld this to this, and just do 3 of them right here. And that'll make me strong enough to stand on. I wouldn't ride on them, but they'll definitely be strong enough to stand on. That's what I'm thinking.
Look, it's done. That firmed it right up.
Yeah. 120 grit.
Why are you sanding it so smooth?
I'm just making a perfect coconut. You always see them in the movies, they'll pick one up off the ground and it looks exactly like this. They do not look like that when you pick them up off the ground.
That is a good start on a good finish.
Would you like a victory coconut?
Open it already?
No, not yet. Hang on. I'm working on it. Look how perfect. So we were using 80 grit, now we're up to 120 grit.
Like
I don't know what he's doing.
You trying to make
I'm
a bowling
feeling
ball?
it.
That's
Yeah.
really smooth.
It's nice, huh?
I'm feeling it.
Happy birthday, dear Red. Happy birthday to you. Oh.
Happy 12th birthday, Red.
And what did Jordan make you for your birthday?
Cheesecake. That's the best kind of cake.
Homemade. Perfect coconut, no more. We're gonna use Sally for this job because honorary stuff here. Way better to sand them. They taste better.
All right, we're back. We had a birthday and then a good night's sleep and then a hard morning of getting ready for the off-road games. And now we're back in the shop working on the Bombi. Rhett came in a little bit early and finished welding this. So we're gonna put it all back together. We're gonna load it on the trailer, take it out to Sand Hollow, and we're gonna see if this does anything to help keep the sand out. Okay, we're gonna get these panels on. 4.
Need some help, sweetheart?
What's up?
How you doing, bro?
You guys remember this guy? Heck yeah, Adventures.
Heck yeah, yeah, right there.
Look at that.
I didn't even try it. I didn't know you were going to be filming today.
So we've been, Rowdy. You guys remember my metal dealer.
Metal dealer.
So yeah, we're getting ready to go out and test drive this.
Dude, she's a little different from the last time I saw this whole girl.
Yeah. Well, she's still a little different.
Holy cowza.
You should hear how good it sounds. Yeah. What do you think of my jet fuel only?
That's a one-off.
You know what we did? We glued this together with JB Weld so that nobody could put jet fuel in there. Because it goes straight inside.
Oh yeah.
She sounds awesome.
Fingernails on a chalkboard.
I know what you're talking about.
That's why she was plugging her ears.
Now I know what you're talking about.
Dude, okay, we're headed out to the sand dunes right now. Are you coming?
Are you going right now? Done.
Right now.
Done.
Okay.
I am supposed to work this afternoon, but I'll get on it.
Literally going to the sand dunes for 2
You're gonna
minutes.
want to. This thing is so fun.
They don't even know I'm gone. I snuck
2
away.
minutes. We won't put you on the video.
I
We'll-
can't.
He's on the video.
What if I?
So some people say I'm an influencer, but Rowdy would say I'm a bad influencer.
Yeah, you're a bad influencer.
Colin designed these fenders, and he's not even going to be there to watch us test them because he's got to change the oil in that truck. He's got to drive to Salt Lake, deliver a package.
Deliver an important package for you guys. Hope you guys have fun. I'll watch it on the video.
So right now what we're doing is we're gonna see if it's still shoveling sand into the bed. It looks like it's doing what it needs to, but we gotta really put it through its trials though to make sure.
Yeah, I want to be riding with you when you put
Yeah,
it
let's
through
go do
the
that. Let's go do that
scrap
right now.
I'm just a beginner.
Yeah, you seemed a little timid there.
I was. It's hot in there.
All right, here we go. Okay, right off the bat. Now I know what you were talking about. Have you ever tipped it? Oh, okay. Dude, it's not throwing a lick of sand in the back of this thing.
Seems to be clean.
That's, dude, not a lick of sand in the back of this. Oh, whew. I thought I had the worst spot when I picked the back of the seat kind of deal.
Remember, it's a tool. The gas pedal is not in the right spot. Just don't throw me out.
So can you do both?
It's just brakes.
Okay. I'm pulling this way for turning that way. Oh yeah, we got it now. What was that? The trash come out of the bottom. Dude, I thought I just broke your machine.
So yeah, we've got some work to do. You like our derby twist and touch?
Dude, this is...
So these Bombi mullets are working, and we just need to finish the bracing on them, keep them from doing that. But they are stopping the sand. I'm sure they're gonna stop the snow. Jake will be so thankful. Anybody that rides in the back that's had the snow shower is gonna be very thankful. We are gonna upgrade the brakes. I know that hydrostatic is better, but we're gonna pursue the brakes very first. We're gonna go all the way to the end, to the limit of what brake-based steering can do. So this Bumblebee Bomb Diggity is gonna get some brake upgrades, but not right now because
It works.
one more time, yes, we're not gonna get it right. We're just gonna get it running, and it's running right now.
Thanks for watching.
You want me to show you a quick technique?
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, yeah, the Bombi!
All right, you see the stab and jab?
Okay.
Okay.
Stab and jab.